So one thing that's good to understand when we're doing the retreat is that we aren't just this diverse group of individuals all doing our own things, okay? But rather we function very much as a community, and so we come to the retreat with the mind of giving support to the other people who are on the retreat and also being bolstered by their support. And one of the nice things about doing retreat in a group is that it becomes very easy to keep your meditation schedule. On your own, you know, if you're in the cabin by yourself and the alarm rings in the morning, it's like, well, I'll sleep a little bit longer, it won't matter. Yeah, but when you're doing group retreat, everybody's getting up, so you don't have to think about it, you get up, okay? Because you know that you're going to be missed in the hall and that you're a part of this group energy of all of us doing it together. And so it really helps you, you know, you just hear the bell and everybody is going to do session, or everybody's going to study, or everybody's eating, so you just follow along with it. You don't have to think about, well, what do I feel like doing? Because that is a real big problem, okay? Thinking about what do I feel like doing sometimes can really get us into trouble. Yeah, because most of our life we think about, well, what do I feel like doing? Well, what do we feel like doing? You know, or, you know, chatting with a friend or getting involved in distraction or whatever. So as soon as we think, well, do I feel like going to the meditation session, then our mind's going to come up with a lot of reasons why not to, okay? Whereas if we just set that whole question aside, because it isn't necessary when we have a group schedule, that question of what do I feel like doing isn't even on the radar, then when it comes time to do something, we just do it. And so the schedule, the meditation, everything becomes very, very easy, you know, and this hindrance of our own preferences kind of gets diminished. Okay, so that's really, really helpful for retreat. And so also this thing of really feeling like, you know, my presence counts. Yeah, what I do in this retreat influences everybody else. I'm not just influencing myself, you know. So if I skip a session, or if I'm sitting there, you know, like this in the session, or clicking my mala beads really loud, or, you know, I just got to get up and leave the hall, or whatever like this, we realize, wait a minute, I'm not this single individual, but my actions affect the other people around me. Yeah? And so then we start to consider that, and that gives us a lot of strength to sometimes do things that we don't think we can do. Yeah, it's very, very helpful. Yeah, so the group support is important. You know, we give our energy, and we receive other support. And so while doing the retreat, most people will be in the hall. The first 2 weeks, Jampel will be cooking. Then Carrie, somebody who's done retreat here before, will be coming, and she'll be cooking for maybe 2.5 weeks or so. I'll be doing retreat in my cabin. But so even though not all of us are in the hall every session, we still function as a group, and what we do is, you know, interrelated with everybody else here, okay? And so especially if you're in the hall, you really feel the kindness of the people in the kitchen, yeah? So those are the people whose kindness you should meditate on especially, whereas our negative mind likes to complain, you know, oh, there wasn't enough food, and they didn't make what I like, and the rice isn't cooked well enough, and the noodles are cooked too well, and they use the vegetables that, you know, I'm not so fond of, and there wasn't enough of this one, and I really would like a different kind of dessert, and, you know, our mind can go on and on, can't we, with countless recommendations for the cook. And that just disturbs our mind. But if we change the mind and we just say, wow, this person is giving up sitting in the hall in order to cook for me, then we really feel, oh, you know, I owe a lot to this person. You know, my retreat time is due to the kindness of this person. Yeah, so it'll be John Pell, then Carrie, then Kathleen will be cooking for after that. Okay, so, you know, we adjust our mind to see the kindness of everybody in the group. Dallas will be working in the office, and just coming to morning and evening sessions, and occasionally maybe sneaking another session in there. But you think, wow, of her kindness that I get to do retreat, because she's answering the phone and answering the email, and, you know, and Venerable Chuni's taking care of when people write to us to say they want to offer food. She's going to write back and say what to offer. So we have the time to meditate because people are doing these different tasks that we don't always see them doing. Okay? And so similarly, some of us have different chores, and we do different, you know, we clean different things or do different things. So we're all contributing in our own way to the benefit of the entire group. Yeah? So it's important to see things like that, not like, well, I had to clean the toilet this week. Why doesn't somebody else clean it next week? And you know, cleaning the toilet really takes a long time. It's all of 3 minutes, and somebody else, you know, they vacuum the floor, and that only takes 2 minutes. Well, that's only because you don't see that vacuuming the floor takes 5 minutes. But, you know, so our mind can easily get into this picky thing of, you know, oh, I just have more chores than everybody else. It's not fair. And, you know, throw that mind out, because, again, we're functioning as a group, and so whatever we do is helping the well-being of everybody in the group. Yeah? And all the chores we do, whether other people notice them or don't notice them, are a way of us accumulating good karma by serving people who are doing the retreat. So don't see them as chores and as burdens, but as opportunity to serve, an opportunity to create positive karma. And that positive karma is what makes our retreat go well. Okay? So we have to really hold this kind of group mind.